Good, good. We're good. All right, it is 6 p.m. on September 10th, 2025. Call the regular board meeting to order, noting the absence of Brandy Flores. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first order of business is to assign the vacant board seat. So, Mr. Schrader, if you would come up, we'll have you do the oath. You can just stand by yours. Yeah. You do have to read the oath by yourself because you're the only one.
Oh my gosh.
Well, whenever you want to start.
I saw it.
Yeah, I didn't.
I figured that one.
Well,
The superintendent part. Yeah. You good?
Yep.
I, Brad Schrader, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the member of the Board of Education of Beecher Community District School 200U in accordance with the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability. I further swear that I shall respect taxpayers' interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets. I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board, while respecting the privacy of students and employees. I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting. I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels. As a part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility for my role in the equitable and quality education of students, of every student in the school district. I shall foster with the board extensive participation of community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for Beecher Community Unit District 200U. I shall assist in establishing a structure and environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law. I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community school or schools in to advance the vision for Beecher Community Unit School District 200U. And I shall strive to work together with the school district superintendent to lead the school district towards fulfilling the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
All right, welcome to the board.
All right.
Okay, next up is I need a motion to open the fiscal year 26 budget hearing.
So moved. Second.
Hansel?
Yes.
DeChenko?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Flickman?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Schrader?
Yes.
Motion carried.
It's on you. Oh, yeah, we don't have any public comments. I have no public comments for your hearing.
Your hearing, I just have it. All right, so this is the yearly budget hearing that you get from me every September. If you say, man, it looks a lot like last year, it is. I just changed the years and the numbers. So let's first go through last year. And even these are slightly different than the amended budget. I'm going to get up so you guys don't keep staring at me. So last year, you guys budgeted for FY25 $18.53 million in expense. Sorry, I jumped over revenue because my finger hit it. My apologies. You budgeted 17.8 for revenues. You actually got 18.66, an increase of about 740,000. Most of that, well, half of that came from the sale of the property, but it also, as I reminded the finance committee, remember when you do this budget, when we do revenues, the levy that we use is a levy that presumes that you stop at the end of the year. You will get your first 2 payments of next year's levy on this year's revenue. So you will see a little bit uptick in revenue specifically for that. Your expenditures, you approved 18.53. Your actual budget was 18.44. So that's a decrease of $90,000. So nice job on you guys by decreasing it by $100,000, which actually meant that your adopted budget deficit turned into a surplus of $246,000. If you remember last year you had a surplus due to the bonds, even though those were paid on this past year's budget. So you actually been in the black successfully the last 2 years. Something you promised the taxpayers that you would look to turn around. You were deficit spending for quite a time. And so we've turned it around. Now we've been successfully in the black the last 2 years. So kudos to you all. So that meant your Beecher index, which is kind of the high watermark at the end of your fiscal year, was 12.741 million. Where you can get that number is when Mr. Peters, in his best Morgan Freeman voice, he always says, the balance of all funds, that's where you get that number from in June. So what does this year look like? Well, once again, projections. We are budgeting, we're projecting a revenue of about 18.43. That is a decrease of about $230,000 from last year. Some of that is the fact that you don't have the bonds. Some of that is your title, not title money, I apologize. You're not selling a piece of property. And there's also that expectation that the levy is going to be where the levy is. You might not see that increase. So we're looking for a potential decrease in revenue. Also, we're looking for a decrease in expenditures. So our expenditures this year are looking about 18.3 versus 18.4 last year. So we're looking to spend about $100,000 less in that regard. That does include some of the big projects I'll mention at the very end as well. So what are we projecting? I believe when I had a finance meeting, I think I said it was a $3,000 or $4,000 surplus. We've actually gotten the title money, Title II and Title IV money has actually come in, so we can increase that. So that's why you see a little bit of an uptick in there. Also, our PPRT numbers did come back. We had proposed, we had projected a potential decrease of about 5 to 10% in PPRT. We got those numbers back. They were actually increased about 3%. So that's where you see that little bit of a difference there. And again, as I mentioned in the finance meeting, there's 3 big expenditures that I have earmarked this year that we've kind of discussed as a board, or you've discussed as a board. I'm not part of the board, I understand. The boilers at the junior high, potentially up to $100,000. Again, this is an expense already. This is kind of earmarked. If you don't spend it, that number that goes from 96 shoots up. The windows, we've earmarked about $215,000 out of health, life, safety funds for that. And then buses, talking to Ms. Fellaini, still addressing the fleet. With the 170, she talked to me the other day. Her plan is actually 1 big bus and then 2 transportation vans, because our vans have started to see the end of their life expectancies with those. The one we use right now is almost 200,000 miles. And then we actually gave them the staff district van last year to kind of hold them over for another year. So that's kind of her plan to get those addressed this year. So where does that put us in a year from now? Well, if we're at 12.71, and I just told you that we have about $100,000 in surplus, we should be about 12.837. So in terms of what does that mean? If you remember the strategic plan, you guys wanted to always have at least 2.5 years of EBF in reserves. Your EBF this last year was this upcoming year is projected at 3.9. Your reserves are at 12.7. A little bit of math. You're actually sitting on about 3.2 years of reserves to state funding. So that means if EBF, if the state comes in and says EBF is done, you still have about 3 years of just holding on until things get really bad. Now again, that's including funds you can't transfer, but in general, that's kind of the whole kit and caboodle. As I said, this will be posted on the website, so anybody has the right to look at it. Other than that,
There's my consensus.
Questions? So you're raising your hand.
Okay, I need a motion to close the fiscal year 26 budget hearing.
So moved.
Second.
DeChenko? Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Flickman?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Schrader?
Yes.
Hansel?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. I do have a public comment from Mr. Pena. Yep.
Hello, everybody. Sol Pena, South County here in Beecher. So I believe it was last year in May when I brought up the idea of a liaison for kicking it back center team pact. Like some of the other non-school related organizations. I believe Ms. Belt said she'd like to table it until after the election, which was about 5 months ago. So here I am again, proposing. As I said last year, Sensei Hernandez has been a pillar in this community for over 20 years with this program. I can't think of another program that's run this long. He also, we have in his building, he has programs for the seniors as well. So here I am again proposing it. So I know it's not a question and answer, so I won't ask any questions. But we're also hosting another women's self-defense class, and I will send it to the principals to disseminate, if you wouldn't mind. It's the 26th, Friday from 6 to 8. Thank you, that's all I got.
And I'll explain how we did the liaisons again back in this May when we do community updates. Next up is I need a motion to approve the regular board meeting minutes of August 13th, 2025, and the special board meeting minutes of August 28th, 2025 as submitted.
So moved.
Second. Hanson?
Yes.
Flickman?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Schrader?
Abstain.
Hansel?
Yes.
DeChenko?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the executive session regular board meeting minutes of August 12th, 2025, and the executive session special board meeting minutes of August 28th, 2025 as submitted.
So moved. Second.
Flickman?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Schrader?
Abstain.
Hansel?
Yes.
DeChenko?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up are the no, I got to do it. No. I need a motion to approve the September 2025 expenses as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Belt?
Yes.
Schrader?
Yep.
Hansel?
Yes.
DeChenko?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Flickman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Now treasurer's report. I was
The
trying to
exciting
skip.
part.
I was trying to skip you. I'm like, now it's your, nope, it's not your turn yet.
The balance in the super now account at the end of August was $5,886,738.50. Outstanding checks totaled $39,367.80. August payroll expenses that carried over into September, $30,487.45. And then we had a duplicate IMRF deduction that was added back in from July for $24,931.68, leaving the adjusted bank balance at $5,841,814.93. The lunch program balance, $11,896.22, and in-trust fund balance of $5,000, give the total $5,858,711.15. The investments ended August at $5,645,891.20, leaving the balance of all funds as of 8/31 at $11,504,602.35. August receipts totaled $918,370.97. Expenses $1,584,629.18. The individual fund balances at the end of August: education fund $7,239,776.95. Building fund $1,398,159.11. Bond and interest $63,610.69. Transportation fund $1,223,095.60. IMRF $165,220.03. Working cash fund, $403,045.32. Tort fund balance, $443,534.19. And life safety, $568,160.76. Interest earned at First Community was $21,518.02. Just a couple distributions from the state. The regular state aid, $355,198, and then one Title I amount for $77.41. The fifth real estate distribution was also received for $392,271.53. Those fund balances are in the packet.
Anyone have any questions? I need a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Schrader.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
DeChenko.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Flickling.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up are staff reports. First up, Ms. Black.
Good evening, everyone. Don't have a ton to share, just want to highlight a couple of things in my report. So we did our first self-start kindergarten. I think that things went pretty well. I'm not sure who was more tired after the first week, the teachers or the students, but yeah, I think it went pretty well. We got some good feedback from the teachers. Obviously, the further the year goes on and, you know, how we see how the groups work together, that's kind of what we're going for, kind of, you know, the effect of getting to know the kids a little bit better and knowing a little bit more about them before we make the groups. So, but so far so good. And the process was, I don't know, we always kind of, how does the saying go? Expect the word.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best, thank you.
Okay.
Right, so we made all of these plans, thinking like, what if, thinking all these things that could go wrong, but it went a lot smoother than I think we expected it to go. So, that was good. And the last couple of weeks, we have been spending a lot of time doing benchmarking, finding out where the kids are, spending some time getting groups started, win groups for some of the older grades have already started. So just really be getting into the swing of it with younger grades next week or the week after, especially with kindergarten. And I have been meeting, I've met with 4 of the 6 grade levels so far this week, making sure that now that they know their students' needs, do you have enough aid support? Are people in the right places? You know, what else do you guys need at this point? So kind of where we are right now. I don't want to say it's boring, but you know, we're kind of just getting everything running started, and you know, what can I do to help you guys out? Any questions or? Okay, thanks.
Dr. Quasney.
I just wanted to start off with a little update on our passing period. So I know that some parents and students have some concerns with that. It's actually been going really well for the 7th and 8th graders. It has decreased the amount of disruption and sort of nonsense in the hallway. So it's been going very smoothly. 6th grade, we're still struggling a little bit, but we're working with them. So it'll be fine, they'll get it, all is well. So it's just basically after lunch, for example, when they have to go upstairs and then they have to make it back to gym. Or, you know, different transitions like that, and the teachers have been understanding, but they'll get it. As long as they're in the same hallway or they don't have too far to go, it's actually been really great in terms of getting the kids to class on time, decreasing, like I said, any misbehaviors, and then also that extra minute of instructional time as well in the classroom. Next, I wanted to do a couple athletic highlights. We have our girls started their regional play today. The softball team, they beat Lyle 12-0, so they're off to a great start. The boys had a great game today, but it was not regional play. They will begin their regionals on Saturday. They play at 10 o'clock. We're hosting, so it's at home. And then the girls will play again. Then at 11, they'll be in Morris. I also wanted to give Dom Anaclerio a big shout out. He made it to state for golf, so he'll be competing on Friday, and that is going to be at Metamora, so we wish him the best. The only other updates I really have are the kids are going to Camp Manitoba for the 7th graders next week. So I know that a lot of them are looking forward to that. Hopefully we have a nice day. It seems like it's very cold or it's really hot. There's nothing in between, so we'll see how it goes. And then lastly, the SIP day for the month of September is going to be spent with content area teams meeting, and then our ELA team will have another training for Savas, My Perspectives. They're really enjoying it so far, have had a chance to kind of dig in, see what it's all about. They seem to like it so far, and the trainer at this last training was great. It's all Zoom, but she was wonderful, so we hope to have, we can't have the same trainer, we're gonna have a different one, but we look forward to another great training. And that is about all I have. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you.
We're going to invite Dom and anybody else who makes the state run in the November board meeting. So if you're curious when you'll see Dom, it will be in November. Hopefully there'll be 3 or 4 other groups with it.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Myers that Dr. Gaham can try to answer?
I would probably say email me and then I'll clarify with him. I did send an email. I apologize for the late notice on it, but hopefully the email was cryptic enough to let you know that
Yeah.
It's 300.
it's important that he was not here tonight. So,
Very important.
yeah.
Okay, next up, Dr. Gaham.
FOIAs, when I sent my message to you on Friday, it was 1. Now that I talked to you, it's 4. All 4 have been satisfied. Most of them are, I'm from the newspaper, can I have blank? And so that's when a lot of them are. So all 4 of them have been, I apologize. 3 of them have been satisfied. The 4th one, I had to ask a qualifying question. I'm still waiting for a response. I have the information they are seeking, but I need them to tell me they need for last year, not the last 40 years. So that's the big thing. Everything else that I presented in my report is basically on the agenda throughout. So if there's anything else specific in my report, welcome to Mr. Schrader.
Moving on to community updates. We did, I think it was June, we had the conversation if we wanted, as a board, if we wanted to keep the community liaisons or if we wanted to get rid of them for the committees, because it was something that I had added for my first couple of years. We kind of decided, yeah, we thought they were good, we should keep them. I sent an email out asking everybody to give me their first and second choice. We did add some lists on there, the existing ones. We also added Beecher Recreation Commission. We added Kicking It Back Team Pack. Anything else that kind of service kids, we added to the list. And everyone chose what they wanted from the list, so that's why Team Pack didn't get picked this go round. It wasn't a first choice or a second choice for anyone. So we did try, or at least add it to there for consideration. I'll start. Carves, they had their first meeting of the year the same night as open house here at the high school, so I didn't make it. There wasn't anything super big. They have a meeting before we have our meeting. Dr. Gaham has a meeting with them like the day or two before that kind of talk about what their meeting is going to be about. Nothing really that was added so much. I know they did hire a new teacher, but they added a nursing, like a second nursing program. That was a big one. So they still have the nurse program, but they added a whole another group to be able to do more kids. Aviation is up and going, but it's more remote learning they were starting off with. It said, I think there are like 20 kids in that. Kind of just, it would have been the first year stuff, like this is our plan, this is how we're getting started, they're training, but it was before they had even started school, so it wasn't going to have a lot in it. Alright, let's go.
I've got the Chamber of Commerce. I wasn't able to make the last meeting, but they are starting to discuss like the lighting up Dixie with the trees and the lighting up the Christmas tree at Fireman's Park, all the holiday fun stuff. The next meeting is next Monday, so I should be able to make that one if we have more next month.
Booster Club, we are doing well. In the past 3 years, we have been able to donate back to the school more than any actual club or sponsor or foundation has ever given back, I guess, according to the records. So we are very proud that we've had so much sponsorship. So we want to thank the community and outside the community who has given money for booster clubs so we can help out as best as we can with the schools. So look out for some more great things coming on the soccer fields and things like that. Our next event will be we're gonna do like a turkey trot, I don't know if we're calling it that, but like a run around Thanksgiving time, not on Thanksgiving, we haven't have a date yet. We're gonna partner up with the cross-country team for a run, so look out for that information.
And the soccer scoreboard was taken down today, they're putting it up, putting it up tomorrow, so.
We're watching games, no idea.
You'll actually know what the score is.
We're doing good, we're 7-2. The foundation did not have a meeting since our last meeting, and I don't know when they're doing the next one, but they did elect a board, which is great, so hopefully, if they meet, I don't know how often they meet, so.
Normally it's monthly.
Okay, so
Yeah, I just got
I
an
haven't-
email from Ms. Oakström,
Yeah.
telling the board and everything.
She sent me one last month, so hopefully now they have a new board, they can get their new date, but nothing since the last meeting.
The public rumor that they dissolved, which I was told and heard, was not true, so I just wanted to make sure. I let Wendy know that I heard that, and she appreciated that. We put it out there that they have not dissolved, they are still active.
Yeah, they have a full board. I
Yep.
guess they elected a
Yeah.
full board. So.
Okay, the PTO, they met this evening. They made a $7,000 profit on their mum sale. Very excited, that's a lot of mums. They have a bank balance of $30,913.66. The line items have been funded, though not all are encumbered yet. And once that all will be spent down, they'll have $825.77 in excess on their budget. So they were very happy about that. And they were planning a lot about the party moms who do the room parties or, the great parties, but that's it.
Did Brady, and Brady is a scholarship, but I got an email saying they're asking who's the person.
I emailed my email before, so I can
Okay,
redo
so
it.
maybe it would, I'm not sure if,
Yeah.
it wasn't the head person, though, so I'm not sure if it was
Oh,
like
maybe they
changing.
changed,
I don't
okay.
know, so I let them know, so just FYI.
Okay. Yeah, because I send out the after, where I usually copy you guys in, that
Okay.
says, hey, this is the
I
person, so you
okay.
get it.
And I gave them that
So-
information too, so I can always forward you the name
Okay.
who emailed me asking, so.
Yeah, because most people don't reply to it, so.
Okay.
Okay, up next is the old business. So I need a motion to approve the fiscal year 26 budget as presented earlier.
So moved.
Second. Schrader.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
DeChenko.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Glickling.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, next up is the window wrap for the high school. At last meeting, we had asked Dr. Gaham to kind of go back if we could get a little bit of a better price, since that seemed to be kind of where we were held up on whether or not we were going to do it. We did get in our board docs an email where he had a better price. So we had the one, he gave us kind of a bulk discount since we had already done the junior high, and the elementary was planning on doing it too. And then the other price was about $1,000 less, and that would be taking off 10 windows. So it would be kind of smaller. So that's kind of what we have to discuss. Are we still even interested in doing it? And if so, which one? I'm kind of leaning to, last time I kind of said the same thing. I think if we do it right, or we don't do it at all. But we're a board, so it's kind of what everyone else is thinking. But for $1,000 difference, I'd rather have it look nice and full than just try to cheap out for $1,000. If we don't want to do it, that's fine too. We can push the can down the road, but we will lose that bulk discount. And prices, of course, will probably go up, but that's an option too. If it's something we don't want to do. So before I make a motion, do I even need to make a motion or no? And then I have to know which one we're leaning towards.
I just, I'm a little concerned because we might have a big budget item coming soon that we might have to pay for.
We have the ones that were on the budget, so the boiler, the windows,
What about the tunnels?
that's already on there, like, that's getting approved, that's in this budget already.
Oh, it's already in there?
Yeah, that's the
So
allied,
that's
it's
part
their
of the
package.
actual, oh, I thought that
Yeah.
was in a separate thing.
No,
We
we'll
haven't
be-
put in there yet.
So,
Right, Dr. Ging, or?
So when you create, when a budget's created, we obviously don't know everything that's gonna happen throughout the year. So if we normally have a general fund that when we say the word cushion, please don't think it's like we're putting money off the side. But that's really what it is. So when Nate comes to me and says, hey, for purchase services, last year, Jack, we spent $383,000, we budgeted $400,000. And so what are we looking at this year? Well, this year, we're looking at, with the potential of boiler issues or not boiler issues, let's pad it a little bit. And so when you do that, is there a budgeted item specific to the tunnels? No, but when we propose these things, Nate doesn't come and say, Jack, I need 358, and I say, okay, let's do 358. It's probably, we need 358, let's put 500 in there, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we've allocated enough funds to do what we need to do for the
So
year.
this is like what you're saying, we're allocating, we probably won't need those, so we're gonna take, that money allocated for that would be to take the place up, so.
Yep. And then, just like the boilers are specific line item. At the end of the day, they're still gonna come out of that probably the purchase services or the supply section of it. But I wanted to earmark that specifically for you guys, just in case you're like, hey, do we have money for it? In
Usually
talking,
big items, if it's like $100,000 or more,
yeah.
he earmarks.
And in talking with Key West and with Nathan, they have a very good feeling that with the work they did last year on them, you shouldn't actually need anything this year, so.
But
I'm
you'd
sorry.
rather plan for it and
Fingers
have the money
crossed,
there.
yes.
So
I
spending-
believe the phrase is you rather hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Yeah,
District model.
yeah.
So, does that answer your question? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was in there, but I just, additional stuff out there that,
Yeah, because the tunnel's on to be approved and work today.
right.
I'm kind of going for that one extra $1,000, because if we're gonna do it kind of nice. I mean, it's something for people to see that instantly improves the face of the school without, I don't know if they do a ton of work, but like, it's not a ton of landscaping and all that, especially since we budgeted for everything else.
Well, my thing is, we can start to kind of clean up the schools and modernize them a little where people can see I'm all for that. And this is, we have an $18 million budget. This is like an $11,000 thing.
Yeah.
It's not a huge amount. There are some things we have to do to start updating, but I think we're finally to the point where we've been in the black a couple of years, and like we can start budgeting for those updates. Maybe like furniture, like things like those, like the things that we've never really been able to do before. It's kind of, if it's broke, replace one instead of, how about we replace a classroom, And the junior high was so well received.
Yeah.
It did serve other purposes over there with the heat and the security. Here, that's not so much, but the high school is kind of plain, and it's really the only thing we can do, I feel like, to spruce it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like,
I don't know what else we
boxes.
could kind of do.
It's good optics for the community when
I also do think it is a little security, because you are covering the front
Yeah.
windows,
Yeah.
and there isn't really anything blocking any of them. There's some trees, but like, that does give some
Yeah.
coverage, so if someone
Yeah.
drives by and you got your windows.
Oh, true.
There are classrooms, so.
What's the time frame to do it at the elementary school then?
The elementary, the PTO is doing it and they picked out their own thing, we don't have any say in theirs.
Okay.
But yeah, they've already.
Because, it's gonna be good, everybody has to
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah, no, they've already,
run it all.
The high school's the last one.
no, the PTO is already in talks, they've got their designs.
In talks, but they have not.
Yeah, they haven't approved it,
So
but that's.
and I also don't want to put any pressure on the
Yeah,
PTO to.
no.
But
Now, if they don't, then yeah, we could bring it back and talk here, but when we talked and we're getting quotes, the PTO had stepped up and said they wanted to do that, so. If not, if they change their mind or anything, then yeah, we'd kind of
Well,
go
hopefully
back
they
and
can
see.
get in the bulk
Yeah.
pricing,
That's what they're
because that'll
changing.
save them money.
Yes.
They allocated about 7 grand.
So we're leaning towards doing it the like 11,000 something, or what's
I
my
think
price?
think it was
12,488.
And it is less than the original cost.
11,000.
Yeah, because it was 14.
So the other one is
something.
11,460.
So he should have gone a little bit.
80. That's what I have to say, right?
Yes.
Yes, I
And,
wrote it down.
yeah. Two. Correct.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the window wrap from Brand U for the high school for a cost of $12,488 as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Hansel,
Yes.
Luchenko,
Yes.
Hanson.
You can say no.
I know. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, we still.
Yep.
Quickly? No.
Belt,
Yes.
Schrader,
I'm a yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we do not have a reason for an executive session. Does anyone?
Just for the purpose, but we're gonna do the personnel meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only
So
thing
that's-
I would have, and so,
Yeah, we'll have a personal meeting for that, so. All right. Are there, retire? Does anybody need the, no, because it's already separated, right? Yep, okay.
before, yes.
Huh, yeah,
No, before something.
yep. I need a motion to approve the intent to retire of Kathy Weiss as junior high social studies teacher in the fiscal year 28.
so moved.
Second.
Hanson, Yes.
Quickly? Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Schrader,
Yes.
Hansel,
Yes.
Luchenko.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to acknowledge the resignation of Amanda Higgison as full-time bus monitor and Megan Mahoney as high school student council sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
Quickly?
Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Schrader,
Yes.
Hansel,
Yes.
Luchenko,
Yes.
Hanson. Yes. Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Becky Calamino, Emily Hokestra, and Myrna Mueller as high school student council sponsors,
Co-sponsors.
co-sponsors. Sorry, I did see the little ad there afterwards.
So moved.
Second.
Luchenko,
Yes.
Hanson. Yes. Quickly?
Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Schrader,
Yes.
Hansel.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up is the IGA for physical therapy services.
So what this is, if you remember last year, we used stepping stones, they're part of the SOIC. The lady who was doing our PT services for one of our students in Menta retired, but she wanted to make sure she fulfilled her duties with that student, so you guys did an independent contract with her to complete the end of the year. Stepping Stones does not have a PT that can get to that position, and so we have sourced the Kankakee area center. And so this is an IGA with that co-op to provide PT services to one of our students.
So I need a motion to approve the IGA with KASEC for physical therapy services as submitted.
So moved.
Second. Belt,
Yes.
Schrader,
Yes.
Hansel,
Yes.
Luchenko,
Yes.
Hanson. Yes. Quickly?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up is the allied service proposal for the elementary school. So this is the tunnels quote.
So, they came out probably whenever, or I sent you guys the email a couple days after they came out, so I don't know the exact date. And they walked around with Nate, and they, first they did an exterior inspection of it, didn't find any issues on the exterior. So Nathan took them into the two tunnels that exist, and their first tunnel is under the first and second grade classrooms. And then the second one is the one that actually was concreted back, I mean, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, by Brad and the board at that time. So he looked at both of those scenarios and those situations, and he came up with a proposal on how we could address any kind of lingering moisture, gravel, however you want to define the issues, if you will. So instead of what they did 7 years ago, which was very expensive, which was laying concrete everywhere, right? And they still weren't able to do the whole tunnel. What they were proposing in the tunnel that exists now with the concrete, because it wasn't completely done, you're still getting a little bit of that musty basement feel to it. And so his proposal is to add a industrial dehumidifier in room 40, which is right outside the tunnels, and then also adding one that's actually inside the tunnels, and both the one inside the tunnel being attached to a sub pump that ejects immediately, and the one inside of 40 would go through the wall and eject outside. Those two should eliminate any kind of stagnant situation that you have on the north side, because even though you guys didn't, the board at the time did the concrete, because of the expenses, they didn't do it all. So that should stop anything from coming that direction. If approved, I think we can get those done sooner rather than later. We don't have to worry about a time frame. The other one was the first and second grade. He looked underneath there. He goes, well, it's gravel. He sees where the solution that was done over there could be done, but he recommended instead, and the reason you did concrete over there is because you actually could store stuff. The tunnels are big enough to have things under there. This one is very small. So what they're proposing is digging it up, placing tiles, and then putting a membrane over top of the tiling, send it all to a sub pump, and have that sub pump do an injector just like you would do in your guys' basements. If you have a gravel basement, if you have concrete, something different. And then also adding a third industrial dehumidifier at the end of that also goes into the ejector pipe. So at all points of times, any water or any kind of moisture should flow naturally to the sub pump, and anything that's missed is picked up by a dehumidifier that is automatically being ejected out. And so, as I said, the only issue we had is, my assumption is, I didn't go back and look, but probably in the 70s, actually Mr. Schrader said that they did some work back in the 80s, so that's probably when they did it, when they ran a new 2-inch water supply line. The old ones are coated in asbestos. They just dropped them in the tunnel and ran new galvanized lines. So we would have to remove those pipes. Ideal is going to come out next week to give us an idea of what that would take, whether it's hopefully wrapping so we can contain the asbestos particles, or if they have to close it down. If they have to close it down, we would have to have a prolonged period of time where we would close the school down, probably Christmas break. Can I say Christmas? Sorry, holiday break. I would not say Thanksgiving, because you have Wednesday, but then you're right into Thanksgiving. So ideal will kind of give us an idea of when that could be. If they say, hey, actually it's pretty easy, we can get it done over a weekend, fantastic, I'll bring that to you guys. And then once that's done, Allied has said this is a project that's going to take more than a couple days, so you're going to want to give them a full week. Going back to if the asbestos can be removed easily, could we do it over holiday break? Well, I don't want to promise that, because it's winter time, you have frozen ground. I can't promise that to you. So more likely you're looking at probably spring break to have all that taken care of. It's still a week, and that's right before it starts getting warmed up. So it's to provide that solution, for lack of a better term.
What's the maintenance on those big dehumidifiers, the industrial ones, like upkeep and price, and you could change them out?
So the only thing that they mentioned would be the regular rotation of the HEPA filters, which we would be included on. Outside of that, they said it's actually a lot like our PUVs. You would probably have Key West come out on a routine basis just to make sure that everything is up and running and copacetic. So
Do they have like a warranty?
I believe it was a 1 or 2 year. I have that answer somewhere. I'm sorry.
And I know it's underneath the cap, but I was just thinking when I was looking at it, none of us are like experts on this stuff. So would it be in our best interest to maybe get a second quote to sort of also, not just for the price, but also to sort of corroborate what they're saying, and this is the right course of action to take? Just my thought.
Sure. I can have Nathan reach out to see who else is available.
When is spring break next year? I didn't see the schedule, or this coming year, I guess.
April.
It is April. Give me 10 seconds, I'll.
It's after Easter.
Yeah, it's the week after you.
Which one is it?
Which,
It's in April.
The 6th through the 10th, or Friday, Good Friday's the 3rd.
Yeah, so
the 3rd.
school closes on the
because
3rd.
ground could still be frozen March.
Yeah, so 3rd through the 10th.
I'm just, I mean, like, you're right at
Yeah.
the edge of the ground heaving, you know? I mean, unless it's a dry hot for winter.
So I need to table that until we get
I think it's a good
an
idea.
alternative bid.
Yeah.
How many, well, I'll call as many as I can. How many would you like in terms of, if I get one other person comes back and
I
Yeah.
think one's fine, just to make sure that that's the right thing that they're offering, yeah, they're saying to do, right?
Yeah, if they have any other ideas or.
Especially if it's something that's not gonna need to be done right away anyway.
5 year,
Okay, 10 years.
unless there's a natural disaster.
It's not one of those.
Okay, so we will.
I will
table.
also reach out to Allied because I believe this is only valid through October 5th. So I'll see if they can at least extend it to the board date, which I believe is October 8th.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
3 days would
Yeah.
be an issue.
Okay,
And by then I'll also be able to have a firmer answer with ideal.
okay. All right, next up is other discussion items. So we do need to schedule a personnel, finance committee meeting. Personnel is, Adriana, me and Brandy, and finance is Marie, Amanda, and me. Sorry, I put Ashley, and I'm like, oh, yeah, which Ashley? So I didn't write that. Me. So is there a certain time that it needs to be done by, Dr. Gaham, or just sometime before the next board meeting?
I mean, action can only be taken at board meetings, so if you want
Yeah.
to have any kind of, if there's something you want to perform action on before October 8th, if there's no action to be taken, you guys can do whatever you'd like. I said in my report, I am out of town from the 23rd through the 27th down in Springfield.
Okay.
You do the 22nd.
Monday, that's fine for me, but.
It's literally the only day I don't have a game.
Oh.
And I'm missing 2 tonight. Because there are 2 games tonight.
Apparently my daughter has a Powerpuff game that game.
What about the last week in September after his trip?
Oh, I'm not going to the Powerpuff
You're not?
game.
Okay. I didn't
I'm
know.
a terrible parent.
Okay, does Monday the 22nd work? Okay. Time? There's certain time that doesn't work, or it has to be after for people?
Preferably after 4:30, that's when I can get
Okay.
home safely.
4:30?
Yeah.
You know, it's retired people. 9 in the morning.
I gotta be like 5
Does
minutes.
4:30 work for everyone, or need to be later, or does that work?
4:30 would be great if you did 4:30.
Okay, so
Yeah,
4:30,
4:30.
4:30 on the 22nd.
For both. Oh.
Or just for.
Yeah, they're together, yeah.
Does that work for people?
All right, is that all we need?
Is there anything, well, I've provided you kind of the general
Yeah.
outline of the personnel situation.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything, if there's anything specific you would like for personnel, Ms. Diachenko, let me know. But data, information, I'll make sure I have that ready for you all.
Okay. No other committee meeting minutes or
What is
committees
today?
are needed?
Okay, I'll make sure by next month.
Need for anything? Do we have an update
Talked to her about that a lot already.
for negotiation?
So I met with the union president today for a little bit. What I told her I would like to do is, first I want to meet with the insurance committee because we've never really addressed insurance at the district level. If you look at,
Well, not since.
if you look at the
Cox did
contract, well, Mr.
Bought
Cox,
into that thingy.
he changed insurance
Right,
coverage,
yeah,
correct?
there you go.
But in terms of everything that goes along with the insurance package that we provide our staff, so I want to have that done. The EBC is putting together something for me to work with the union on. That's not gonna be available probably early October. So I told her, let's get that done first. You're probably looking at negotiations in November. So we're still well ahead of
Do they do interest-based or do they do traditional?
tradition.
I
Okay.
like interest-based.
Items for the October 8th board meeting, the audit, will the audit be finished by then?
Yes, it will.
Oh, look at you guys go.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
The only thing that's waiting on is actually you guys to approve this budget so we can have the administrative costs.
okay.
So,
Upcoming dates, the board. Why are there 2 dates for the board meeting? So October 8th board meeting, October 10th board meeting,
It's the 10th.
Is it Tom?
When do I
Where'd you
have
say
to
2
be?
dates?
on 18.
Oh, I'm sorry, it is the 10th.
Okay, sorry, I
I
just
don't know,
wanted to
I
make
got,
sure.
no,
I
that's
think it's the
okay.
8th.
No, so they,
Is it?
Eight on my-
Is it,
It's
it
the
is,
8th.
today's the 10th. It's, it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
I
the
just wanted to make sure before I
Yeah,
said
it's
it,
the 8th.
because I saw 2
Yeah,
dates.
that's correct.
Okay, 8,
My
okay.
grand's eight.
So, regular board meeting,
Yeah, it's
October
it.
8th at 6 PM. The ISBE annual conference, November 21st through 23rd.
We are inching very close to that, so if you have interest, or if you'd like to talk to me about it, I would definitely like to
I
know
can
this
go this year.
sooner than later because.
when is it?
The 21st through 23rd, so it's before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
That
Of
Friday,
November.
Saturday, Sunday. Of November.
Apparently there's a turkey trot around that time, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Well, that's where I can go.
I don't know.
I can go this year. I will not sign up for anything for Friday though, but I'll go for Friday night, Saturday. Anything else that needs to be upcoming? Oh, and also on the 22nd at 4:30 is our Personnel and Finance Committee meeting. Put that on there.
What's it, 20?
Okay.
1 second.
Oh, 22nd?
Yep, 22nd.
Too many dates.
Monday. So I repeated. I need a motion to adjourn the board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Opposed? Board meeting adjourned.